get to meteorologist Cedric Haynes here in the studio. Cedric.
Yes, I'll tell you what, as you can see, it is a storm alert weather day out there across the area, and what we're watching for here, as you saw from that shot there, we've got a mix of sun and clouds for now, but as we go throughout the afternoon hours, we will be expecting a chance of scattered showers and storms to develop, and some of those could contain some pockets of heavy rainfall. Now, this is going to be more widely scattered or even isolated compared to yesterday, so not everyone is going to see a deluge of rainfall like we saw yesterday, but there will be some pockets of locally heavy rainfall. Along with that, we could have some frequent lightning with any storms that develop, along with that potential of some gusty winds. Now, I'm not too concerned about the wind threat. I am more concerned about some of those isolated areas of seeing some flash flooding, especially for areas that were affected yesterday. So that's what we're going to be watching out for closely as we go throughout the afternoon. And there could even be a little tree damage because the ground is very saturated, so any water that falls tends to weaken the roots a little bit there, and that allows for those trees to kind of topple over, especially the older or damaged trees that we have out there. So keep in mind that if you're going to be out and about throughout the afternoon. But notice we've had a nice covering of rainfall across the Tennessee Valley over the past 2 days. In fact, most areas averaging 1 to 3 inches of rainfall, but there have been some hot pockets where we see the red showing up here that have seen upwards of 4 to 5, 6 inches of rainfall. So that's why the potential of flash flooding is there. This map takes a look at how much rain we've basically picked up over the past month and tells us whether we've had more than we should or less than we should. And so when you see all the green, that means we are wetter than normal. And what that means when you see these percents here, that just means that we've seen more than what we should have so far. And so for the month, we've got a wetter than normal month out there, and that trend will likely continue as we go into the coming days. But let me show you the radar right now because things are somewhat quiet, but you can see things starting to heat up a little bit out there. But for the most part, we're just dealing with some very light rain or very tiny downpours, almost sprinkles developing up around Spring City and Dayton. And then as you head down towards the south, a little more activity showing up here across portions of DeKalb and Jackson counties. So we're just now getting enough daytime heating to try to spark off some of these showers and storms, but future scan shows over the next hour or so, minus a couple of spotty showers across the north and off towards the south, most of us will likely still stay on the quiet side. So over the next 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I'm not expecting much. This cold front is now making its way on through the area as we speak, so the deeper moisture and the better chance of widespread flooding is going to be pushing down to our south. But again, if we do see any pop-up showers and storms this afternoon, we could have that problem. So let's take a look at the latest futurecast here, and we'll track this out hour by hour. Notice here as we go from this afternoon, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll start to see a little more concentrated activity developing with the potential of some heavy downpours across the northern half of the area as we get into this afternoon, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and that will slowly ooze down to the south as we go throughout later today. So 6, 7 o'clock, that can make its way into the metro area and then down across northern Georgia and northern Alabama as we go into the evening hours. And that should be the end of the rain chances, as after that, later on tonight, the front moves through. Now, the humidity will still stay there, so it'll still be muggy as we go into the overnight hours and even when you wake up early Friday. But look at this, the yellows, the drier air definitely filters in as we go into your Friday with those blue arrows. And by the time we get towards your Saturday morning, oh yeah, we're setting up for a very nice and comfortable weekend, very fall-like out there. A mix of sun and clouds right now across the Tennessee Valley, 79 degrees here in Chattanooga. Again, basically upper 70s to near 80 all across the area right now. So go throughout the rest of this afternoon. We'll watch as we get into the 3, 4, 5 o'clock time frame and beyond for some of those scattered showers and storms to develop. Some of that could be locally on the heavy side. So we'll keep an eye on that potential of flooding. But here's the good news, Latrice, looking at your Storm Alert 7-day forecast after the rain chances this evening. This weekend, oh so pleasant, sunny, low humidity, comfortable temperatures, and even heading into next week, I don't see any major warm-ups.